Okay, here we go. This is Armanda from Studio Armanda, and I'm going to give YouTube a whirl here. Not sure this is what I want to do, but I'm going to try it. Not my wheelhouse. But anyhow, I've been watching a lot of bookmaking videos. I really like to make books, and so I've seen a bazillion of them. And most recently, I watched Carrie the Crafter make a junk journal out of cereal box. And so that's what inspired this. And this one was made with a biscuit box, biscuit mix, and made it pretty much according to his directions. And this is painted paper backdrop, like rolling off the extra when you're doing jelly plate printing or something like that. And just some junk. Some stickers. This was from Temu. With some tape, and it's really interesting. Glossy though. Painted papers, just a bunch of different things. So anyhow, that gave me the idea for this, which is some cardstock that I think I must have got at a rummage sale or a thrift store. And it's this, and it's craft colored, and it's got this stuff wrote on it like this is a recipe. I'm not gonna store a recipe this big anywhere. There's no photo album in the world that I would use this with. You know, some of it's kind of funny. Yuck, not my thing, but it's definitely not my thing. So I thought, well, I'd cut them up and make them into covers. And so there's some weird ones, you know, different things to do around the house, like a list. I don't know if this is, you're supposed to put pictures on this, or what you're supposed to do with something this big. And then my personal favorite is this, the family history. And you can put dead people on here. I'm not even sure what I'll use this one for, because I don't think it's going to be the cover of a book. Might turn it this way, do the back side, just collage over it or something. Anyhow, these are the papers I'm going to use. And I'm going to use just regular 11.5-inch like copy paper. And this is all recycled paper. This is computer paper. Like this, the old computer paper. And I have a ton of this stuff, and it's awesome, especially for like jelly plate printing. And also this, which is just a legal pad, but it still ends up being 11 inches by, yeah, 8.5. 11 inches by 8.5. So that's what we'll use. And what I'm going to do is, I like the flush look, so I'm going to cut it so that it all you'll see what I mean. Anyhow, this is a June Taylor quilt cutter thing, a quilt cutting tool. I use it for everything but quilts. I don't do quilts. But this tool is awesome. So what I'm going to do is cut this at 5.5 and 11. If I can find my cutter. Here it is. Ta-da! You have to watch your orientation so your cover is facing the right way. Otherwise, everything will be upside down. So, this takes forever. 5.5 and 11. Okay, now you can mix and match those. But what you're going to do is glue them together like this, so that you have, so it makes it a little thicker. And I have a scoring board. I have all the fun tools. So I'm just going to score these at 3 inches. And I'm just going to do both sides because it's kind of heavy cardstock, and I don't know really which way I want to fold it. So I'll do this way. Foam folder and just make that crease. So you fold one like this, and then one with the design on the inside. So you're going to stick them together like so. Ta-da! Yeah, maybe I want this happiness meter. That's kind of fun, actually. So, there. This way. There we go. And then what I use to glue them together is this. And I like the way Carrie did it. Get this out of the way. Just ignore that. So my glue is getting a little low. These are the fun parts of YouTube videos where you get to watch people glue things. Go ahead and speed things up. I don't watch anything on normal speed. Got that little gear icon at the top of your screen, and you can click on that and it'll give you the option of speeding up the video or slowing it down if you actually think I talk too fast, which is unlikely. So kind of glue that in there like that. Make sure it's nice and even. And that stuff glues pretty quickly, so you don't have time to change your mind. If I ever actually met the people who I watch on YouTube, I would wonder why they were talking so slow. Because I speed up everybody. I don't have time to sit for an hour and watch a video. I'm sorry. I like to watch videos while I do stuff like this. And I try to get it pretty close to the edge here, because I don't want it to, you know, bend back or come apart. I don't want to get it on my cutting tool either, but there. So that's that. And I'd probably just use a clip or set it under a book or stick it in a book. Just make sure it's kind of pressed down nicely. Like so. And then same thing with the paper. And I started out with 10 pages, 10 papers for my signature. And I'll cut them in half like this. And then fold them like so. So this is just this cut in half and folded. Your art, your rules. What is that? You be you. Yeah. So anyhow, I've got these already made, and I started out with just 10, and that didn't seem like very much. It's only going to be one signature, so I put 2 more in. So I made it like 12 or 13 pages in my signature. And just make sure they're nice and even. And I'm going to get out one of these that I've already got. There, this one's already dry. I did this one already. And this, I think, is the top. So I'm going to do this. And then you get out your handy dandy phone book that no one uses for anything other than poking holes in it. So you're going to make sure that you got things even. all tapped together nice and pushed in. And then grab another clip, just for anyhow. Whoops, make sure it's there. There. And I have my handy dandy awl, and I'm just going to eyeball it, because really this is not critical with one signature and done enough books. I'm sure you can kind of tell where the middle is just by eyeballing it close enough. You're going to poke a hole in the middle, and then about 3/4 of an inch in. You could probably even go by the line. The line is pretty good right there. Actually looks about the same. So I'm going to put one there, and then in the same place here. So you have your 3 holes. And this is actually a pretty simple book, and it's fun. I love making books, obviously, because I probably should be painting, and yet I'm playing with paper. And then I have my handy dandy little, this is my bookmaking box with all my bookmaking stuff. I love this thing. And I just want plain waxed linen thread. And I'll just shut that and get it out of the way. And I think 2 or 3 lengths of your spine, this is your spine, is about all you need. I don't need this thing anyway. 3 seem to be too much, and 2 might not be enough, so let's give it a generous 2. And then find my scissors. Buried it. What did I do with the needles now? Oh, can't take me anywhere. Here we go. These are my needles. These are, I think, tapestry needles. But I also use pretty much any needles I can find, but I really like, if I'm doing the Coptic stitch, I really like these curved needles. Those are great for getting in and around. If your fingers are too fat to get into the book, you can use the curved needle, and that's kind of nice. Alright, this is the fun part. You can take this off. You don't really need that. But you're going to go in through the back of the spine, or the spine, the cover, through the middle, and pull it, leave an end, like so. And then you're going to go out, top or bottom, doesn't matter. This is going to be pretty long. And then back up along the back of the spine, or the cover. I don't know if you call it the spine, or the back of the spine. If it's the front of the spine, that would be the inside of the book, right? So back through to the inside of your signature. And I'll put, if I can figure out how to do it, I will put Ceri the Crafter, C-E-R-I. I will link his video in my description, because I really liked his video. It was just nice and simple, and he always has a really neat workspace. Not sloppy. I can get kind of sloppy, and it's nice to see somebody who can work neat. And the length doesn't bother me too much. You could probably even it out a little bit. Get the needle off. So, let's see. So I pull that this way, pull that this way. And if you can see, I've got that thread on either side of this one. So the 2 ends, and you want to pull them, when you pull them, you want to pull them the opposite direction. Like this string is probably coming down from here. You want to make sure that you're pulling away like that and not yanking the wrong way, or you can rip the book. So you just do something like that. I don't know how to explain that. That was not a good explanation, but this string is probably this one here. You want to pull it this way, and this branch is this one. You want to pull them in that direction, and then just tie a knot. Ta-da! Or two. It's waxed linen. It's not going to come apart very easily. Trust me, I tried taking a knot out because I didn't like where I had put it. And now for the other fun part. Get your handy dandy ruler. And this has my name all over it, not because I might forget, but I took a matting and framing class one time, and if you didn't write your name all over your stuff, it ended up being incorporated into someone else's. So what you're going to do is just line that up with the edge of your book, with the edge of your cover. And I forgot to bring my X-Acto knife, so we're just going to have to make do with this one. You just take your X-Acto, and just nice and easy, you don't have to go crazy cutting it off. It doesn't have to be done in one slice. You can kind of tell when it's done. There. So there you go. And that actually trims up the edge of the book a little bit too. And then another fancy tool. This, I paid dearly for this little toy, and I love it. It's a corner rounder. Not a little thing that you get from Created Memories or whatever. This is like the real thing. That's nice. It's delightful. It makes me want to corner round everything. But anyhow, I can stick the whole book in there. Chomp. Ta-da! And it makes just a nice, very subtle, round corner. And of course, it helps if your angles are true. You can't be rounding wonky corners. But anyhow, get a nice rounded corner, and it just looks cool. And if you don't have, of course, that big monster machine, you can always use one of the little corner rounder tools, and you can at least do 2 layers of cardstock. Just chomp that, and then chomp a couple pages at once, or one page, however you want to do it, or you can trim it with a scissors. It doesn't have to, it doesn't have to have a fancy tool. I just wanted to use that tool. So there's that. And then with this string, you can either cut it off, tuck it in, or you can add some beads. And what I have here are reject paper beads that I made that I just didn't like them that much. They're a little bit off or strange or just not, they don't move me. But they're fun for these little types of projects. You pick a few of those. No particular arrangement. Oops. Probably should trim that. It's a little bit wonky. The black one. And then I have a container. These are some cardboard beads that I made. I can get those out of there. But I have a container of these seed beads. And they come like when you buy beads at Joann's. And these are strung in between them to make it look like you're getting a bunch, which you're not. You're just getting a bunch of seed beads and a couple other random beads. But anyhow, I use those in between to kind of make it not quite so plain. I might speed this up because I'm boring myself. Seed beads stuck to my hand. So there you go. You got your little... I like to leave a little bit of room here because if you're opening the book, the beads might, I don't know, get in the way. And also, the last bead you string on is one of these seed beads so that it doesn't come flying off. Wait, that might be too short for that. Let's just do that. There. You put on as many beads as you want, or put on none, or tie something else on it. I tend to wrap that around twice so it makes just a slightly bigger knot. I don't want the seeds the seed beads coming off of that, but then it kind of dangles down there. This one's a little longer. Maybe I'll just put, just for fun, I'll just put one on. Use that one that I didn't get to use. Another seed bead. See, maybe that one can come down a little bit. I don't like them to hang at the same level. That bugs me. It's small in the rejects. Yes, another entertaining YouTube moment as I search for a bead. Seriously. Definitely gonna speed this up. Okay, wrap it around twice. Once, twice, and then there's your knot. Bob's your uncle. All right, so there you go. Whoops, this way. It's this way. Now, I would probably put a sticker on it, which I neglected to get out. Also from Temu, I don't know how you say it. I think these are yellow though. There's probably... That Temu place, that is a fun little rabbit hole to go down. My goodness. Oops. So these are stickers. They're kind of glossy. I don't particularly like glossy stickers, but they're clear. And you could, you know, that would be cute there. It's a little small maybe. Or you can collage over it, like this one. Just put your scraps of paper on it. I do like that. That is pretty. Anyhow, you can put a sticker on it or do whatever you want, but that's how it goes. And there it is. You've got your little notebook. And I could probably put more pages in it. This one seems a little thin. Maybe it wasn't quite 12, but I like them have a little more substance. Yeah, that one seems a little thicker, but this is a sticker that I got from Temu. And that's it. All done. Thanks for watching.